Hey, hold on, bro. I'm doing a little podcast right now. I'll holler at you.
Look here, this how it's gonna go. I'm gonna do what the beat say do. You do what the DJ name say. And burn.
Just to burn one down.
Burn one and saute.
If you ever tried Gucci, man, you might burn one.
And I'ma burn one for you.
Get him, Broadway.
Damn, that shit sound like a band. Sound like whoever shit they is probably working with some grands. If your truck don't rattle and your money don't matter, turn this shit up louder, make them haters matter. You hear me? Damn, that shit sound like a parade. Sound like whoever shit that is, they probably getting paid. If your truck don't rattle and your money don't matter, turn this shit up louder, make them haters matter. You hear me?
Damn, and my trunk go rattle and I get these hoes attention. Now these hoes they wanna saddle up with a nigga, but I ain't the one to baffle.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to another episode of the Burn One Podcast. Got your boy Rodney in here.
You got your boy Too Bleezy in this thing.
And you have your girl Sparkles in here, not behind the camera today.
E.
You got your boy E in here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, is he supposed to do a yes, sir?
Is that an everybody thing now? We all yes, sir?
No, I need to go on a trademark it is what it sounds
That's
like.
your shit. Episode 117. Right?
Did we get that figured out?
Yes.
Have we done the corrections? Because I know last
there
week
was
we
no.
said,
We only needed one time to do corrections.
but when we asked last week, we didn't know what it was until we actually know for sure.
I can confirm.
We never
I can
really-
confirm that it is episode 117.
Okay.
Thank you.
That is correct.
Thank you.
I just checked.
Okay.
Perfect. I just asked that because I ain't got shit else to say. I know what episode it is.
Oh, okay. What the?
Fuck. Potting right now.
Yeah, that was when somebody's supposed to be like, we're really at episode 117?
Right.
Like, damn.
amateur.
Banter. Amateur.
Amateur.
It's probably like episode 8, 9 for me. 117. If you're supposed to be like, damn, is that many? That's where you supposed to say something like that.
No, that's what I would say as well, because I was a fan of the show before I inserted myself as self-proclaimed executive producer.
I don't
That
know what
does
episode I
a
started
terrible
listening. I
job
can't remember what it was.
Self-producing.
No, I'm bodying the camera right now. I'm just letting y'all know that.
But I feel like I do a decent job on the camera.
Y'all both do good jobs.
He does not.
Well, I was gonna say, I know I'll catch
he
myself
does
slacking
not.
time. You'll catch me. He be talking about it too. Like y'all need. He be saying we need a camera on me back there. You know how many times you'll catch me being like, damn.
Because I get it.
No,
I
'cause
get it.
got
We
to
be in the
switch-
convo.
Damn.
But like I be trying to switch back and forth, and I be trying to anticipate when somebody's gonna
It's
say
hard to do
something.
that.
It's really hard to do it, and then sometimes
It's
both.
delayed on there too. So you're like,
Yeah, it's delayed, but I figured out the delay doesn't matter if it's delayed. It's still
It's
getting.
still
I,
gonna
It's
get
I
still
figured
getting
it syncs, but on there you be looking at it, you be like, damn, did I get that part or did I
Yeah,
not?
and even if it's like on you for a split second while I'm talking, and then it gets to you, it doesn't matter because
Right.
it's a
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
It's bouncing back and forth. So, yeah. So
I'm bodying it.
I also know I've caught a couple times. Like I remember in the beginning, like the first episode or two.
back, forth.
I remember I had Dolan pass me the blunt one or two times, and I just got lost in that. And I'm looking at somebody talking. I'm like, damn, it's been on this shit for like 5 minutes, and I know it. Oops.
No, they ain't been
it
talking
was.
to five.
There was one episode where they were talking to somebody, and I was listening to what the person was saying, and then I forgot about changing
computer?
it. And then somebody texted me, and it was like, the camera, and I was like, oh yeah. I was
Damn.
like, my bad. But ever since then, I haven't messed up.
I'm really auditioning for the other pods that we're gonna start recording. Just letting y'all know this is how I get it done. This is Rodney behind the scenes today.
I'm still trying to convince Amir to do the pod with me.
I think y'all should. 20.
Yeah. And he said, I have a family. Bitch, I'm
So
your
like
family
both.
too.
I haven't been told what the podcast would be about. You already know what it would be about. You just have to. name.
It would just be me and my twin brother doing a podcast together. That's it.
Okay.
I'd listen.
It'd be about
I'd
whatever.
watch.
Yeah, you can hear
That would
two
be some
lisps.
shit.
I think you would.
I would definitely
Two
do some
lisps.
shit.
Two lisps.
Your list ain't as bad as his list.
You childish.
He's real lisp.
Yeah.
But no, like I feel like more than anything, I feel like it'd be a little bit better if he and I had a reality TV show instead.
Didn't
Because
y'all
like
already have that though?
we were on a
I
reality
sure
TV
did.
show. We
Like
were
an actual
on,
reality TV
we
show,
were
or-
on a yes, we were on a reality TV show.
Before you got to Hillsborough, Jillian Michaels came.
Yes, Ethan, I am famous.
Jillian Michaels
Somewhere.
from The Biggest Loser.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
Her in the mirror and
I had to bear crawl down the stairs at the Capitol, and then I had to run up that big ass hill, and then my dad had to carry me down them steps over his shoulders, and I was just sitting up there like, man, I hope he don't drop me. I'm pretty sure I farted a couple of times. Yikes. Probably. Pretty sure I probably did. I was scared. I was like, this man is gonna drop me. I was like, he's out of shape. There's no way he can carry me. But now, he ain't even getting my big ass up over his shoulders.
You don't know, he might have got bigger.
He didn't get more muscle.
Damn.
Nigga, I gained a lot of weight since then. Right. Since freshman year, high school, I seen pictures and I was like, whoa. And I thought I was fat then. I look like him.
Like E. Hold on, put the camera on E. Like him.
I look like that.
Some of us just don't gain no weight.
Skinny gang.
Skinny gang, own it.
He holding it down.
Anorexia.
I ain't tripping.
Okay.
All right, well, let's get into the rundown. Y'all want to start with sports or news? Where y'all want to go?
Start with sports.
All right.
I know what he want to talk about.
We're going to get it out the
You
way.
can just see it in his.
We're going to get it out the way.
Cheesing about it. He want to talk about it so bad.
Let's talk about it. The
I know what you got. To
Boston
kick
Celtics.
on
Which Celtics thing are we going to tackle first? Let's do it chronologically.
All
First,
right, yeah. I think that's the best way to do it.
Because we already discussed how Kyrie said that Boston was racist. We did that last part.
What can we I'll go ahead and address, because I did say on the last podcast I wore the jersey backwards and you couldn't see it, but I said why was because I said, man, look, I don't know how much longer I could be a fan if Danny's going to be there. Well, we solved that problem, so Danny gone. That's a good thing, in my opinion.
The Kyrie issue wasn't a Danny issue, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Danny issue.
That
It wasn't a Danny issue, but the fact that Danny acted like the way he was so dismissive about the comments, the fact that he was like,
okay, I'll give you that.
That's not helping it's not going
to
to start going in the right direction.
You think that's why he stopped?
No, I know why. I saw an article that read why he stopped. It said that after Kyrie stomped on the logo and he had gone to, like, I guess the way they put it is like the background story is you got to understand Lucky is like his son, is how he looked at it. He used to kiss Lucky before games, whatever. He went after he had stomped on Lucky. He went to go get a couple of players to, I guess, be like rowdy about it and come do something about it. And the players like shrugged it off and were like, you know what I'm saying, not really feeling it. And he was like, that's where I know I lost my connect with the players.
All right, so let's just go to it because you and Danny brought it up. Stomping on Lucky. Who gives a fuck? Like, let's be real.
I don't think it's not about Lucky.
That is a sticker on the court.
That is a cartoon.
It's not about
Don't they
Lucky.
step on that sticker the whole time they're playing
they do.
basketball?
They jump on it at the beginning of the game.
Stepping on the court and doing natural basketball acts is different from I'm intentionally going to stomp you like
It's a fucking sticker.
Nobody's saying it's not about the sticker. It's about the act. If I, as a competitor, for me, when the Titans, when we played against the Ravens, they stomped on our logo. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that's.
You got upset about that?
I didn't get like.
It's a fucking logo. Who the fuck cares?
Define upset. Am I getting ready to go out here and be like I said, I made several posts about this. Did Kyrie Irving deserve to have a bottle thrown at him for that? Fuck no, bro. That's way over the top.
He doesn't even deserve to have somebody make a comment about it. Who the fuck cares?
That's like saying someone doesn't deserve to have an
I'm not gonna
opinion.
say. I'm not gonna say no one should even like say anything about it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like as fans, that fans should feel away. The bottle being thrown was way out of line, and to get to what my problem that Kevin Garnett and Glenn Davis had with what they had to say, you're like taking the whole perspective away from like the fact that a motherfucker like threw some shit at a motherfucker walking off the court
over a fucking
over him stepping
cartoon.
on a sticker.
I'm not overlooking that at all. Like I said,
You're not, but I'm talking about Kevin Garnett and Glenn Davis.
I'll say this,
and then Glenn Davis going as far to say that Kyrie better leave it basketball before someone get hurt.
Like this ain't gang shit. What are you talking about?
man. But
my nigga, you weren't even a Boston lifer like that. Neither one of these niggas were Boston lifers like that.
Neither one of them are right for saying that, but they are old heads that played in a different era. They played differently.
Neither one of them are Boston lifers like that. Yes, KG won a title with them. I give him that. He did not play that much of his career in Boston.
The tail end of his career was in Boston.
It was not in Boston.
Not even. Yeah, the tail end wasn't.
I'm saying like it was Minnesota, then Boston, then what? Brooklyn was that? Yeah. And then back to Minnesota.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He had a short stint.
But I'm saying he was in Boston. I would say KG was in Boston right after his prime.
This is what I'll ask. Like for me, I think it's there's nobody's wrong in their having their opinion on this Kyrie thing. In my opinion, like. I think as a competitor, I'm a type of competitor where like I try to go at it. You gonna talk your shit, don't get me wrong, but there is a in-game respect type of thing. And so to do something like that at the end of a game after the whole team's not there, I was kind of like, man, that's a little just funny. And to me, it's just strange, especially for Kyrie, because he's someone who carries himself in the media as I don't want media attention, bro. Just put yourself right in center stage with that action. So. It's just kind of, I don't know. Kyrie's a touchy subject.
I ain't never heard, like, I'm going to be real. First off, I didn't even know that the nigga had a name. I didn't know his name.
I didn't know until just this very conversation.
Two.
He rolled his ass. Did you see him roll his ass? He said.
I'm paying attention to the screen. Like a EP. So,
what? Oh, wow.
Where can I hire you?
I pay attention to it. I pay attention.
No, both of y'all do.
No, you don't.
Booking and where?
No, I don't understand. Okay, he stumped on it. What was like?
So the fuck what?
Like he didn't act like he pissed on it. He didn't act like he was taking a shit on it.
He didn't even actually pee on it.
When players are burning jerseys and stuff like that,
that's the equivalent.
Should we say? I'm not saying it's equivalent. I'm saying should we just be like, so what?
It was a fucking jersey. They spent how much money on a fucking jersey? If they want to burn that shit, you can burn it. It's your property.
I'm saying though.
Okay, then that's my point though. Like,
what I'm saying though is like
it's very.
Who cares? When they were burning LeBron's jerseys. Who the fuck cares? You just wasted that fucking money, you dumb son of a bitch.
But what I'm saying is like, so what? I get he used to play in Boston, but
it's not. Hold on. It's not that he just used to play in Boston. First of all, okay, I'm not from Boston, so I'm not going to claim when I say these things. I'm not saying this as some kind of from Boston fan, but definitely outside looking in, I think anybody can say Boston fans, Boston sports culture is very passionate. Very passionate.
Every city.
Kyrie Irving,
Not every city.
No.
Yeah, sure. I'll give Boston
passionate.
That,
Are you kidding me? The fucking Pittsburgh Steelers show up to play at the Tennessee Titans Stadium. It's gonna look like a Pittsburgh home game. You'll never see anybody show up to a Boston game and it look like the other team.
But that's what I'm saying. This is sports. Who gives a fuck for real? Why are they acting like they really give a fuck?
I gotta disagree there. I gotta disagree there.
It's not just sports.
Well, no, it's not just sports. But to say who gives a fuck, there are people like I'm not gonna say I care as much as the Boston. I think that's just real deep for them, like real deep for them. But I will say I do think I'm a very passionate sports fan. It's deep for me. Me and TJ will get to arguing all the time, and it'll get to heated. Like not like we finna square up. That's how they really get. They gonna actually square up about the shit. But me and TJ gonna raise our voice at each other.
We
gonna argue passionately about our teams.
I mean, like you can argue passionately, but the thing is when it goes from just like words to you actually making actions to cause physical harm against somebody or anything like that, that's where you. Motherfucker, you ain't got nothing better to do.
If you don't understand how sports culture works, you gotta look at how they treated Trae Young in New York over this whole thing, bro. Some of them people, they really ain't got nothing else but that kind of shit to live for.
They don't got no fucking life.
You're right, and I'm not saying it excuses it, but I'm saying, like, I'm just saying if you're Kyrie and you're someone who's gonna say, hey, like he going into the season was not one to be in the media, right? He was taking a couple of fines and was like, I'm not going to talk to the media this season. And then obviously we get past that, you have to talk to him, but then you get in situations like this where before you even go to Boston, you initially raise awareness. Like, I mean, I'm okay. I get the raising awareness, but it's the timing of the playoffs. You know it's going to be a lot high. You're basically putting yourself on center stage where you keep saying you don't want to be with what you say and what you do. And
but I mean, was he not right for saying that?
He's right. He's right. I'm not saying he wasn't right, but to me, it's also timing too. Like I can't remember. I remember it was on one of the analysts or something like that. But they're saying like it was more so. It seemed like it was for his own personal gain. It wasn't for the actual awareness. That's how I kind of felt too. It was his way to shoot back at Boston.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it was his way to shoot back at Boston.
I think he was definitely shooting back at Boston. But I mean,
did it warrant KG? And like, I don't think it warranted Danny Ainge retiring. You know what I mean?
I just think the whole Kyrie situation and story through Boston is very. How do you look at it? Because it's like for me, I saw it as Kyrie. You know, before he even was in Boston, before there was even thoughts about him being traded there, because he had all these other teams he wanted to be traded to. He was talking about how he wanted to lead a team. That's why he wasn't working with LeBron. Right? Cool. I respected that. I can understand that. I never had a problem with that. And I vouched that before he was even a Celtic. Mm-hmm. You get handed the keys to a team. I mean, what other better opportunity could you have immediately fall into? All right, you got
the one he's in right now.
That's not having the keys. He doesn't have the keys.
He might not got the keys, but he in the passenger seat.
In the back seat.
But that's the same shit.
He in the back seat. He ain't in the back seat. Kyrie ain't in the back seat.
Yes, it's the same shit. No, I agree.
I'm not saying I can't agree.
Kyrie's not the third best player, third option on that team?
Not the third scoring option. I would say the second scorer.
He's the third best player.
That's okay.
Out of those three, he's the third best.
It's because he couldn't.
I can guarantee you he loves the situation more than he likes.
Not by choice. If they were all trying
he likes
to
this
score,
way better than Cleveland or Boston.
But what he's saying is when Kyrie was leaving Boston, his point to not leaving Boston. When he was leaving Cleveland. His point to wanting to leave Cleveland was he wanted his own team.
He was chasing his own
legacy.
What
he has right now is not having his own team.
Chasing his own legacy. He hated the shadow of LeBron's legacy. Whether he would, directly say it or not, that's pretty much the vibe everybody got from it, right? Now, he comes to Boston, and things get a little hard. You have to understand, you're coming from... I mean, Cleveland is a sports town, and they care because they've never really been that great, you know what I mean? So, like, you get that... But it's different when you expect greatness to where when you come from not being so great to, oh, we're great, we appreciate it.
But
you know
why
what I mean?
are Boston fans expecting
there's
great?
Pressure that comes with it. But that's LA as well. That's not any
but
different.
Brooklyn,
but if you step on the LA Lakers logo, they're not going to go crazy.
If for some reason Brooklyn doesn't win the title this year, do you think they're not going to try to attack him the same way that they attacked him in
the national
media
probably,
all media. I mean, it's just you got to understand, L.A., New York, Boston, those media places are hard.
Well, yeah, Brooklyn is in New York, but they're not the main team in New York, so I don't really think people will care for real.
You can't.
I think it'll be a bigger story that the Knicks got their ass kicked by the Hawks than it would. Well, I ain't even gonna say that.
I'm just saying you got what you asked for, and you got the best situation out of what you asked for.
I mean, he's winning the ring this year.
But he's not doing it the way he asked for. He had to take the back seat again.
Yeah, but if it really was up to Kyrie,
but so if that's the case,
I think he would have recruited KD to come play with him.
But why is that Boston's fault though? Now I mean, that's fine. Go and do and have your success. Why is that our
Maybe
fault?
It was the fan base.
Why are you stomping on us because you couldn't handle the pressure that you asked for?
Maybe it's the fan base.
But do you hear what I'm saying though?
I hear what you're saying, but maybe
you stomping on and blaming this organization or fan base or whatever for something you asked for and couldn't handle.
Is it that he couldn't handle it?
Yeah,
he got hurt.
He couldn't handle it. And yeah, he got hurt, but he still had a season where he wasn't hurt, and he just didn't perform, bro. We got put out in what was it, the first or second round? Second round?
Is that his fault? Because he's on his way to the second round, and more than likely the Eastern Conference Finals, and possibly
he's on the way to the second round. He's on the way to the second round as the third best option. That's my point. He asked to be. He wanted his own legacy. He wanted to lead. He's not leading anything.
Okay, so we are saying he is the third best player on the team, but let's be real. The third best player, being the third best player out of those three, what does that say?
But my point is, he complains and stomps on what he asked for.
I feel what you saying.
Yeah, but
I
then
think
he
our
has different
My
feelings
disconnect
toward it.
is, I agree with what you saying. Yeah, Kyrie doing all this for some shit he did ask for. Kyrie asked for his own team, and I guess I ain't gonna say I don't know because I'm not a Boston fan, and I really don't remember like how it exactly played out. But I do remember since him being in Boston, they have made him out to be the black sheep of the NBA.
Yeah. Since he asked to leave Cleveland.
Can you not at least say there's some things that he said in the media that he could have left in the locker room?
Like what?
Okay, so I just remember I can't remember exactly what he said, but I remember we were going through a tough spell, and it was something between him and Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
And I just remember it was something. I remember as a fan going, "Damn, like, yeah, you might be right about that, Kyrie, but
you could have kept that off.
We didn't need to know about that.
Mm-hmm.
I as a fan shouldn't have known about that. That's supposed to be in our locker room. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it happened a couple of times. I'm not going to say it happened all the time, but at the same time, too, that is part of what comes with being the superstar.
You know what I think?
You want the praise and the glory that comes with being a superstar. You got to take the turmoil that comes with when you lose as a superstar.
You know what I think though? Because Kyrie, he did. That was the perfect situation for him to walk into. Him, Gordon Hayward.
No other better situation. Period. Nobody could have gave
Gordon
him
Hayward.
other than the one
Gordon
he's in
Hayward
right
wasn't
now.
What do you mean? That's not the same situation.
It's a better situation. That's what I'm saying.
It's not the situation
But it's not
he
the
asked
same.
for.
Yeah,
it's not the
same.
situation
It's
that
not the
Kyrie
same
asked
thing.
for. If that would have happened, if let's just say like
But
nothing,
the
let's say
saying you're
nothing
saying
that
is
never
what
existed.
you. The saying you said is, what better could you ask for? Yes,
But
playing with James
the
Harden.
situation isn't the same.
From what he asked for.
The situation isn't the same in what
If you're gonna go,
what
if
it was
you were
when
like,
he was leaving Cleveland versus what it was when he was leaving Boston. When he was leaving Boston, he went and teamed up with KD. We know he's not going to be the best player between him and KD.
Right.
It's like
So he's taking a back seat again.
it's like saying it's like
When he
giving
was
someone
leaving
and going,
Cleveland, he was saying, "I want to be the head of a team."
And did he leave Boston saying he wanted to be the head of a team?
No,
he left. That's why he left Cleveland is because he wanted to be the head of a team.
Okay, but the beef is with Boston.
I know, but it
Maybe I
shouldn't
don't know
be.
the answer to this question because I don't. What team does he play for?
The Nets.
Okay.
I think. So I agree with you. What you're saying,
I'm
Ethan.
just here.
I think I'm kind of on a disconnect because
I think Kyrie and the media just in general is always such a shit show and what side of it do you hear from first? In my opinion,
well, let's take it a little further because you said that was the reason why Danny Ainge ended up ultimately retiring. The person to replace him was Brad Stevens.
Yeah.
What sense does that make?
What do you mean? Why?
For the
is
people
that
who
crazy?
don't know, can y'all tell them
Yeah.
who Danny Ainge is?
Okay,
So most of the people
sports history.
watching now, but I got it.
Boston Celtics, one of the most historic franchises back in
Okay,
the,
you didn't
in the
do
days
all
and
that.
stuff
You
like
didn't.
that. Danny Ainge played for the Celtics, turned into a coach, then came into a GM position for the Celtics for 18
So
years.
you could have just said he's a GM.
Danny
started
Ainge
out
is
as
the
a player. It goes way deeper. He has a lot of Celtics history.
I don't really
He's
care
got like
about the
30
history. I just need to know who
He's
he
got like
was
30 years of
this
Celtics
very
history. I mean,
moment.
that's important to know. What you mean?
In the grand
It's
scheme of
for
things,
me,
And especially for the
For
way
me?
he,
To
for the way
basketball.
he's wording the question.
for me,
For the way
No.
he's wording the question too, he. I mean,
he's
that's why I
speaking.
asked
He's
him.
speaking as a fan.
No, I'm not. I'm speaking as a basketball. I mean, sure, as a basketball fan, a
You
knowledge.
need to be speaking
sports
as a
knowledge.
podcaster right now. We just
That
need
is
a little bit of
I
information.
have a sports podcast. Well,
We're on the Burn One podcast right now. We're not on Bet That. We don't need.
that's not my sports
We don't-
podcast.
Is that not a sports podcast?
That's
is a
sports
sports
betting.
podcast.
Sports
that
betting.
is correct.
It's sports is in there.
So Danny Ainge was the general manager of the Celtics.
That's
And
what I need
that-
right there. Just
and he
I
retired.
don't need that much.
So Brad Stevens, the head coach, with no prior NBA executive front office, anything, just like he had no previous NBA coaching anything.
Just like Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge played in the NBA, so he has that.
He played in the NBA when the
No.
NBA was like.
Don't say that. Stop. He played when Doc Rivers played. Doc Rivers is a coach.
I know, but I'm just saying like he.
Stop.
Stop.
Stop. That's not a good argument. That's not a good argument.
It
bro.
is though.
How?
How?
He played with fucking Larry Bird.
That
when basketball wasn't what?
Bro, I even listened to another podcaster, or it was ESPN analyst, say the same thing today. He said it was.
That don't mean he's right.
Oh, it was Woj. Woj said the same thing because they were talking about it. He said it was just it was a lot simpler to transition from coach to GM back then because he said he doesn't necessarily think that Brad isn't going to thrive, but he was like, it's going to be different now doing it today compared to how Danny did it back in the day.
What argument are you making?
Huh?
I'm trying to get what argument you're making.
What argument I'm making? Why is it so crazy for him? It's been done before. You said it like that's far-fetched for Brad Stevens to get that kind of a position.
I said it because
when
Brad Stevens didn't have
organization.
Yeah, no. Time out, TJ. Because I said
he didn't get fired.
Ethan, stop. I said Brad Stevens.
Nobody. That's the problem.
Brad, there was no.
That's what we said.
There was no GM hiring process. There was no coaching hiring process.
There's history here. They're not going to fire someone. It doesn't look good.
What you mean? Niggas get fired every day.
First of all, who would you fire? Because I would.
Brad Stevens.
Why?
What the fuck has he done since he's been
wish
there, bro?
this camera was on Rodney's face.
He ain't.
What is he not? He's gone to the Eastern Conference Finals. What?
He's plateaued. He's plateaued, is what he's done.
So he's not the head coach anymore.
How do you get a fucking promotion for plateauing and then failing?
You need a lot more poise and patience to run a team, to be a GM of a team. Now, I've always been a little bit more concerned on his coaching because he isn't so passionate. So you take him out of the position where you need him to be a little bit more passionate, and you put him in the position where he's the most poised. He's the most poised coach. That's the argument. Everybody always saw him. I mean, dude never cracked an angry, fit or nothing.
I get you a Celtics fan, but just look at it as not a Celtics fan. What sense? Like, what logic did they have?
I guess you're one of the first people I've run into. Most people like Brad Stevens, from what I've been told.
I don't dislike Brad Stevens. I don't dislike Brad Stevens.
So then why would he do well as a GM?
I just don't understand.
Okay, so should Mike Malone be
at his job and get a promotion?
Yeah. Like, how does
average? He took a team with IT in them to the Eastern Conference Finals. I wouldn't say that was an average job as a coach. That was a pretty good job. He had a good year. Jason Tatum to Game 7 against LeBron James. Those aren't average jobs. And
Jason Tatum ain't a rookie no more, and y'all got put out in the first round.
But this is your first professional coaching job, and then that same organization
listen to that. Your first professional coaching job is a huge market organization where there's lots of expectations. They don't give you a good team because you're in the rebuild stage. You take them to the Eastern Conference Finals. You get top draft picks, lose your stars through injury, still go back to the Eastern Conference Finals, and you have one, maybe two bad seasons now, or underachieving seasons, and now it's back to.
He had underachieving seasons before Jason Tatum got there. Yes.
No, underachieving. How did he underachieve? He was the number 1 seed with IT. He made a 5'9" guy be in the fucking running for MVP.
Does that make him a good general manager?
It makes him. We're talking about his coaching right now. Is what y'all are talking about. How he was a below average coach. Is what y'all seem to make.
Before IT, what did he do? Because he's been there since 2000. He's been there since what? 2009. 2000.
Mediocre job. Mediocre. He's mediocre at his job.
Yeah,
that's mediocre. I don't find that mediocre. I don't find that mediocre.
I'll give you the season with IT.
And the season with Jason Tatum. He's a rookie.
Okay, and I'll give you that season too. But after that, bro, you in the East. It ain't that many good teams.
Especially,
we need you to get to the finals.
Let's be real. Last year, you should have got fired.
Why?
Y'all should have made the fucking finals last year.
Yes, but bro, look at the seat. You gotta understand the scenario. It's COVID in the bubble.
But if y'all would have made it, that wouldn't have been it.
You would have been using those as pros. It's COVID. It's the bubble. So you get one more. You get one more chance this year. And you didn't do it.
Still strange season, not even on a normal schedule.
He's going to make as many excuses as possible for them.
Look at the one.
That's his team, you guys.
Wow.
It's his team.
No, that's not even, bro. Put that all to the side, bro. He literally jumps into a team that's in a rebuild, has history, still makes sure we makes the playoffs, still makes sure we go from making the playoffs to going to being a number 1 seed in the playoffs. He takes Isaiah Thomas, a guy who was bounced around on all kinds of teams, turns him into MVP talks. He wasn't an MVP. He was a candidate. That's it, but still, that's an achievement. To me, that's not easy to do. It's someone that size. Cool. He goes, and we lose in the Eastern Conference Finals to LeBron, but IT's hurt. That's when his hip had first started hurting. Like, he got hurt at the end of the series that we had just came out of. So, what do you want him to do? Following year, you get a draft pick, you trade IT, he loses his 2 star players, takes his rookie to Game 7 against LeBron James, who's gone for 10 straight years. All right, cool. Expectations are really high now. Really high now. Mm-hmm. Things are kind of going throughout the season. Boom, COVID hits. Everything changes. Now you go through the COVID situation, bubble, all of that good shit. Doesn't work out. We go Eastern Conference Finals still, but we don't play as well in the Eastern Conference Finals as we had in those other 2. So now it doesn't look as good. Cool. You go into a back-to-back season like you don't have much time to rest, and obviously we struggled. We struggled all year. So look at the 2 seasons he struggled. Are you going to tell me there's not an asterisk on those seasons?
What did you call it?
Do all teams
get that right?
Do all teams get that though?
Asterisk or whatever.
I know what you're saying. So do all teams get that though?
I mean,
he fucked it up. He called it
I don't know how.
ostrich.
It depends on what you.
Because I think because what I'm hearing is the argument you're making for it is that he's had all these things stacked up against him.
I think it's hard to hold too many people accountable and be like, "Oh, this is all your fault." When you're going through something like that on any organization, yeah.
But in what situation does that guy get to get a promotion and be the GM?
What is your point? So I guess y'all's point is
my point is he should have probably gotten fired. Wow. Rebuild the whole shit. If you're gonna let Danny Ainge go, let Brad go. Let's do a whole rebuild. I want to see Brad first coach somewhere else to find out if he's actually a good coach.
What did he need to do in these past 1 to 2 seasons that we
make the finals?
Are you serious? He has to. If you don't do that, you get fired now.
Yeah.
I mean,
why?
I'm saying,
have we ever
or not getting? Time out.
Didn't you just say all this history about Boston and the most winningest and the
name any of those rosters that are championship rosters? You're gonna tell me we had a championship roster? You gotta live up to that
shit. You gotta make it to the fucking finals.
You had a championship roster. Danny Ainge gave him a championship roster.
Yeah, the Eastern Conference championship roster.
No, he did.
Y'all went to 7 games with a rookie.
I'm just here.
Now I'm busting out the laptop. Oh man, I'm finna read you them rosters. You finna tell me them are championship rosters? I'm like, sure, read you them numbers off.
If you make it to the Eastern Conference Championship, you are 1 in 4 teams that can make.
Got the laptop out.
No, nobody even on not even one of those is comparing to LeBron James, and that's who you have to go through every single time.
They took him to 7 games, 7 as a rookie. Y'all could have won the 7th game, and what was that? That wasn't even a 10-point game.
Is that not an accomplishment to go to 7 against LeBron as a rookie? I mean, like.
Yeah, so the next year I would expect you, once LeBron left the fucking conference, to make the fucking bubble championship, right? You got beat by Bam Adebayo and fucking Jimmy Butler? What the fuck they do this year?
Are you kidding me, bro? They were a team that had swept. They swept the Bucks, one of the favorites in that year. Why are we? Oh, my
Giannis got hurt. Giannis got hurt that season. Giannis got hurt that series.
Those expectations. I'm going to pull up those rosters. I refuse. None of those rosters have championship rosters. In my opinion, you got to put more on Danny Ainge. Or look at how many years we've been talking about we need a center? How many years now? At least been 4.
So is Brad Stevens getting y'all a center this year?
We'll find out. I guess it's now. And now you can say it's his fault if we don't, because he's in charge of building that roster.
You know what's going to be even worse? When the Celtics don't even make any Eastern Conference championships.
Your opinion. What team did Clint Capella pay for again?
The team that's making it to the 2nd round, not the fucking Celtics.
I'm glad you got it right this time.
Yes, sirski. What?
You want to applaud him for that?
Oh, you remember?
No, it's just wiped off.
So that team that made it.
What?
Oh, it wasn't permanent
That
market.
was
The Jason Tatum team, right?
Yep.
Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, one of the Morris twins, I feel like.
So 2017 Eastern Conference Finals.
I thought that was 18.
Might have been. You're right.
because that's when Jason Tatum got drafted in 18.
And
then 17.
17
Yeah.
18.
Yeah. Look, man. Danny Ainge said he retiring, but he really going to the Jazz. That's what everybody's saying.
I have no idea.
He really going to the Jazz.
That's what niggas is saying.
Yep. That was
Y'all really
And
got
that's
this
crazy.
man
You got to
pulling
look at
his
Danny
laptop
Ainge now
out.
for real, from one fan base to the next. Look at it. Man. What you got to say about that, Ethan?
What?
If he really do go to the Jazz.
Who go to the Jazz?
Danny Ainge.
I mean,
I don't
D-Wade
care.
there, though. D-Wade there, though.
D-Wade's in Utah? That's what?
My main thing was I needed him
Really?
to go because
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So,
We ain't staying on the subject too long, so go ahead.
So Terry Rozier was a championship point guard.
He was in the Eastern Conference
When he played for
Championship.
us. He was a champion. He's championship point guard pedigree.
He was balling. I ain't gonna cap.
I mean, he was
Scary.
having a pretty good year.
Y'all call him Scary Terry? Shit.
So look how young he was too. Like bro, I'm just saying
Oh my
that was the creation of his name. He wasn't even his. I mean, he's better.
Okay,
now.
but you just said Brad Stevens took them to the Eastern Conference Championship, bro.
If he's supposed to be such a great coach, he can't take a nigga that's, you feel me?
Y'all was 5 minutes away from the finals, bro. That's on Brad.
I mean, my God, I just guess y'all got like roof expectations and ceiling expectations for us. I mean, my God.
I mean,
I feel
bro,
all
like
we saying is he didn't need to be
you
the
got
GM,
Jason
bro.
Tatum
You do
and
not need
Jaylen
to be the
Brown,
fucking
bro.
general manager,
You got two
bro.
of the best
You're
young
being-
niggas
you're
it
being
is
led
in the
by
league,
You're
bro.
being led by a rookie. You got overpaid Al Horford.
Bro, you do not need to be the GM now. That's all I'm saying. You get knocked out in the first round and we let you be the GM now?
How do you know that? Are you working in the offices?
How you know he should?
When does that happen?
you
Is
working in
what
the
we saying.
offices?
I'm not saying.
When
he
does that
should. I'm not
happen? Is
saying-
what
I'm
we
just saying I'm
saying,
not
bro.
mad at the move.
You
And when does that-
underachieving
when
at
does
your
that happen,
job,
Ethan? When does
getting
that
put
happen?
out earlier than what you're supposed to get put out. You're supposed to be making it to the finals, and you keep underachieving. Oh, we gonna move you up into the front.
We gonna
office.
give you
What
a
the-
better
what the fuck?
position.
What
That
the
doesn't
fuck?
make no sense.
How is he? I guess that's where I disagree. I
You
don't
never
think he's
made the
underachieving.
finals.
So
Yes. What you mean so?
What you mean so?
So nigga, this Beantown, this Boston. You supposed to at least make the fucking
if you
finals.
don't give me
Right, it probably needs to
championship,
be on
if you don't
camera.
if you don't give me a roster, how the fuck do I? How you gonna point?
My
your finger at me
nigga,
and give
y'all
me-
were 5 seconds away from the finals, and Brad Stevens choked.
and you gave,
And he
I'm
fucked
gonna
up this
read-
season.
matter of fact,
And he
we're gonna find
fucked
out.
up last year.
He
So
put
he
the
should not be
laptop
the
back on.
GM.
Daniel Tice was my centers back then. Al Horford, very overpaid.
Bruh.
Bro, like who is he supposed to be
Rodney,
putting
you
out?
gotta
Like
warn me before you
who I'm
finna
supposed
go
to
off
put
so
for
I can
Tristan
record it for
Thompson and LeBron
Instagram.
James? who I got for that? You're telling me Brad
You had
Stevens,
two
it's
niggas.
your fault. You can't do it with rookie Jason Tatum. You're a god terrible coach. Fire his ass.
No.
You can't make NBA finals with a rookie. What the fuck's wrong with you? Fire every coach. There's about to be
He has
28
veins
firings
coming out.
coming.
I see it. It's out of
There's
his
about to
neck.
be
It's out of his
28
fucking neck.
firings
He is
No, what I'm
serious.
saying is you don't get a
There's a lot of
fucking
shitty coaches
promotion
in the
for
NBA.
it.
So
You
they
don't get a
fired 28
promotion for
coaches.
that. No, you don't get to make more money because you plateaued.
So then your head coach should be fired every year because he can't make it to the NBA finals with whatever.
But he shouldn't make it. He shouldn't be the fucking GM.
my
He shouldn't be the
God,
fucking
Ethan.
GM.
He got
God
the
damn.
promotion.
That doesn't. What is and?
That's what we're talking about. You don't
You
need
need
to
a
be the
promotion.
GM.
You don't get
Bro,
it. Bro.
You don't get it. Obviously.
I don't because y'all are the only people that I've sat there and seen and think that Brad Stevens does a bad job, that he is on the hot seat.
His job does not warrant the GM position. You don't get to be the
position takes
GM.
poise. Tell me what the GM position takes, Brad.
Brad?
Rodney.
I don't know. I'm not a GM, but I'm
So
not
then
a.
how are you going to sit there and say he doesn't warrant what it
What
takes
coach
to get
gets to
on
go
the
straight
team?
to
told
fucking
you.
GM? You're not Doc Rivers. You ain't did shit Doc Rivers ever did.
I don't know how long was Doc Rivers the coach before we.
It doesn't matter. You won a ring. Y'all didn't. Brad never won a ring. Don't fucking.
Yet. How old is Brad Stevens? Do you even know that? He's in his 30s, bro.
He's been
30s,
coaching the
40s year
team for
old.
10 years.
8 in the NBA.
You got your fucking Gordon Hayward. You got the white boy Gordon when you won.
And then his leg snaps immediately. First game. Oh my God, bro. What do you want? This guy? You want this man to be God? Do you want him to just walk out here and go?
That's what the fucking media made Brad Stevens seem like. They
sprinkle
made that nigga
magic.
seem like he was the offensive
fact,
wizard of the.
Let me suit up. You want Brad Stevens in a uniform?
They said this nigga had the best out of bounds plays, so that makes you the best candidate to be a GM because you got fire out of bounds plays.
Where did that come from?
That's what they know.
That's what I'm
Where did
saying.
those plays come
What
from?
you mean where that come from? That's what I'm trying to tell you, Ethan. He has no resume to be a GM. None. Absolutely zilch. You coach well.
Steve
you
Nash
can get another
had no resume to be a coach.
Exactly. That white man had no chance at getting a real fucking job, but he's Steve Nash.
Okay, look.
Yes, it has a lot to do with the race.
Be mad at the people for hiring him. Don't be mad at the.
I'm mad at Brad Stevens
going for a job.
Yes, I can be. Why not?
You're gonna be mad at Brad Stevens for wanting to.
And I don't think he went for it. I think they gave that to him. I don't think he was like, "Hey, I want to be GM." They was like, "Hey, you want to be GM?" That's what that was.
Okay, so you're gonna get mad at me because I'm a white man if I try to go ask for a job and get money?
I just said he didn't ask for it.
Okay, but I guess
there we go. Naomi Osaka. Let's talk about Naomi.
Don't get it, bro.
Let's talk about Naomi.
Hey, I got some good Instagram.
I don't have a problem
photos.
as a fan, and even outside. I mean, outside of fan, I see what y'all are saying, but as a fan, I still don't have a problem with the hire, and I have, as a fan, had problems with what my front offices do. I had a problem with the Titans front office for years, so I don't have a problem with the move.
So
I thought we were talking about Naomi because I know about this one. I can talk.
Okay.
I know something about this one.
Naomi Osaka was fined $15,000 for not talking to the media.
That's it. I thought it was more than that.
I thought it was 15.
I think it was just 15.
Just to me.
Yeah. So
She
Naomi
was fined for what?
Not speaking to the media
at the
because
French Open.
Because she said she wasn't feeling well mentally. Her mental state wasn't like great, so she didn't feel like talking.
She let them know
and
that.
she let them know that
they
ahead
still
of
fined
time,
her?
and they still fined her.
And so instead of continuing to pay the fine and not talk to the media, she just bowed out and
peace out
of the
So
tournament.
I'm not familiar how tennis works as well. Is she contracted into that to have to
It's
go
like
to that?
It's like basketball.
It's just
Have
like
to play in that, or
basketball.
she
And,
can?
It's like basketball and football shit.
Mm-hmm.
You got to talk to the media after the game.
I meant more. I figured that, but I meant more so like her dropping out. Like, is she contracted?
Oh, I don't.
Because I mean, like, you don't.
Well, I know
play for
they were
yourself,
saying
you know what I mean?
something
You don't
about
have
that.
An organization you represent.
They were saying that she could
no.
possibly be like she possibly may not be able to play in the next few opens this year or some bullshit like that because of rule.
Damn, and that's just fucked up though.
But just at
aware of the mental health
that
of
specific place, right? Just at the French Open.
No. I think
for the next couple opens,
like their events, not just the French Open. So who
the WTA, the
yeah.
World Tennis Association.
Them. It's like a fine by them. I can look it up, but I saw it come across my shit. I didn't read too far into it, but they said that was a possibility. Like that could happen. I don't know if that will happen. I don't know none of the rules in tennis. They made new rules up when fucking Serena was yelling at the fucking. You remember that?
Yeah,
she was yelling at the ump. They told her to shut her ass up or whatever. So
yeah,
it's new rules. I find out about tennis every day.
But did you see what I think it was Venus Williams said? Mm-hmm. She had to do the little media stuff too. She was talking about it, and she basically just said like the people in the media, they talk a lot about what should be done or what they can do or whatever, but she said she knows that none of them can play tennis better than her, so it doesn't matter what they have to say. She basically told them to shut the fuck up without telling them to shut the fuck up.
I mean, shit, Naomi should just pull the Marshawn. I'm just here so I don't get fined. You know why I'm here. That shit would have went viral. But I understand you don't want to go out there and.
But if she would have done that,
reached out to them before, like I think that was like kind of the bigger thing. Like she had reached out to them before, let them know like the reason why, and like said that like she was cool with a couple like reporters, and that like she would talk to them like after the shit, and like and they was just still not going for it. I think that's some bullshit. And it's like one of your top players, like one of the top players in the world.
I would say the most popular outside of Serena, Venus and Serena right now.
But she
just
wouldn't have been able to
like,
pull a
she's
Marshawn.
like the most popular.
She is,
player.
Right now, yeah. But she wouldn't have been able to pull a Marshawn though, because then they would have been like, she has a terrible attitude, playing the angry black woman card, all that stuff or whatever.
And they probably, they probably been wanting to get at Naomi for a second. You know, she's been very outspoken about black issues. You know, whoever's outspoken about black issues usually get targeted,
especially in those.
Yeah, especially in solo sports. Well, just in sports, but solo sports, it seems like they get attacked.
I mean, I ain't even gonna say just solo sports, but like, I mean, tennis is just a very white sport.
Yeah.
Like golf.
Yeah.
Venus and Coco Golf had teamed up in a
real?
doubles match. Yeah,
So she done said fuck Serena.
I guess
She done said
they
fuck
say Coco
Willis.
lose Serena, so
I hope so.
I think it's fucked up what they did to Naomi though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Naomi. Hopefully your mental is cool. Make sure that's straight.
Right.
I love how she said, "Y'all gonna find me? Fuck y'all. I won't play."
Yeah.
I don't give a damn.
She came out in a statement too, and also said like she didn't want
she
distraction to be like she felt like it was going to be a distraction from the match in tennis, and she felt like that's not fair to the players and stuff like that. So she was like, that's part of why she withdrew. She didn't think that this was going to get this much exposure or this was going to be this big of a deal.
Which it shouldn't have been.
Yeah,
it shouldn't have been.
They should have just been cool. Like it's a mental thing. So fuck them though.
Shout out Naomi. That's all we got on that though. Julio.
I don't know. I'm gonna be quiet again. I don't know.
Julio was on
Julio Jones?
Undisputed, huh?
Julio Jones.
Yeah,
it's like
Julio
an opportunity to get
I know who
payback.
he is.
Julio Jones was on Shannon Sharp. He was on Undisputed on the phone with Shannon Sharp, and he let niggas know basically he out of there. He's out of Atlanta.
Holla at you.
Ain't no more of that. They saying the front runners as of today, because every day is new front runners. Front runners is Tennessee still, and the 49ers. What you think
Julio,
about
is that the one who said he wants to go somewhere that's a winning team?
Mm-hmm.
He's not coming to Tennessee. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Such a hater.
So I think he wants to come to Tennessee. That's ultimately where he wants to be.
it. Why?
Because we're winners.
The fuck do you mean why? Hold on. We done made
Nigga,
the playoffs.
y'all just went to the playoffs twice. Shut the fuck up. Y'all ain't been to the playoffs and for fucking ever.
So you know what it takes to win
Suck
now,
a
right?
fucking dick.
So you know
Yes,
what it,
I do.
Okay, so
you know what it takes to
you
win a
just go
championship?
straight- you just go
Do you
straight
know
to
what
the-
it takes?
you just
Do
go
you know
straight
what it
to the
takes to win a championship? You have to win the fucking games. That's what has to fucking happen.
So you go straight
and they
from, you go
don't
straight
really
from
do that.
No playoffs
They fucking suck.
to a championship
The
team.
Titans fucking
Right?
suck. Okay.
You go from no wins to a championship team,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
You got it.
Yep. That's what they go. That's what they do. Just like your
Got it.
sorry ass fucking Boston Celtics.
And that's why you're running what organization?
And you're running what organization?
I'm not saying I need to be going to
All right.
run one, but for you to
Suck a
say,
dick, Ethan.
for you to come out here
Suck
and
a
say
dick.
that team is trash, you don't.
They
you
are
don't know what
trash.
it's-
Nigga, I've been watching the Titans since I was fucking little.
Cool,
What
so-
the fuck
so
do you
cool.
mean?
Why
And they've
were
been
we trash?
trash.
Tell me why
They've
we
been
were trash. Tell me
They-
why we were trash.
They can't never win. They
Right.
need to win. They
Right.
can't never win. They
Right.
fucking suck. They trash.
Can you hit the
They
applause? Because that
trash.
was the best explanation of why a team is trash I've ever heard.
Nigga, that's why any team will fucking be trash. If you can't win when you need to fucking win, you're fucking trash.
That's the best
The fuck?
thing. That's
Nigga, it's just
We need to
if you,
put that in the book.
okay. Look,
We gotta put that in the book.
No,
That's the exact handbook how not to be asked right
Ethan,
there.
do me a favor. Shut the fuck up real quick. Listen to this. Okay, a nigga's dick is trash if the nigga can't perform when he needs to perform. Yes or no? Shut the fuck up. Yes or no? Yes or no?
this ain't my realm. No,
Yes or
no,
yes or
no.
no?
Going
Answer
on
the
over
question.
here.
Yes or no?
We just went from sports
No.
to talking about something.
It doesn't matter.
totally-
Either way,
look at
we're
me.
talking.
Don't
We're
look at
talking
me.
about
I ain't
something
finna
being
say
trash. We're
Yeah, we're not
talking
saying
about
you.
something
This is-
being trash. This is a
I
fair
ain't finna say it.
comparison.
I'm looking for help, and y'all like
This-
y'all ain't trying to say.
this
y'all ain't trying to-
is
What did
a
I tell you
fair-
earlier? Sometimes
this is a
motherfuckers
fair
just want to swim.
comparison.
You just got to let them go.
This is a fair comparison. Go ahead.
Say it. Give the comparison again, so Ethan can.
Okay, the Titans cannot perform when they need to perform.
Anything
Therefore,
you
shut
say
the
is
fuck
not going to
up.
have
Shut
anything.
the fuck up.
Hold on,
Therefore,
hold on.
It's
Shut
not going to
up.
be related to sports.
See,
so I'm
look,
gonna let
you
you
see
know it's
that?
gonna
A
be
white man
when
can't
you're
never
out
let a
somebody
black woman talk, can he?
Listen while you talking.
I can't listen to anything that's not going to be related about sports.
It is a
a podcast.
comparison, motherfucker. Listen.
It's not going to be an accurate one though.
It is going to be an accurate one. Okay. If the Titans can't perform when they need to perform, they're trash.
Okay.
Okay?
Ethan, you in the camera. Scoot back.
Okay.
If a man cannot perform when he needs to perform, he is what, Ethan?
I'm gonna assume
He
you're
is
looking for
what,
trash.
Ethan?
I'm assuming you're looking for trash.
No, I'm not looking for trash. That's what the fuck he is. I'm not looking for it. That's what he is. Okay? His penis is trash.
Okay.
If he cannot do what he is supposed to go there and do, his penis is trash. If the Titans cannot consistently go and do what the fuck they're supposed to do, which is win fucking games, then they're fucking trash. Just like my team is fucking trash. My team is the Giants. I can admit my team is trash. I'm not gonna say
You don't know why your team is trash.
I do know why they're trash.
Because you just if
they
you're
can't
going
perform.
On that, then you
they
don't
can't
know
perform.
why your team is trash.
They can't perform,
So
and
for
we don't have any
anybody
good players
who's
there
going
either.
to follow an actual sports line,
We don't-
sports knowledge
It
to
doesn't-
it.
it doesn't
there's
matter
this
why they're
thing
trash.
called your front office,
But
and if your
listen.
front office is not in line, you can never succeed. Your front office puts players on the football
Well, your
field,
motherfucking front office is goddamn trash.
just like yours.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
like,
fine, but
the
you said it
difference
like
is-
that was gonna hurt me.
The difference is
though.
mine has changed in the past 4 years. Yours hasn't.
Yours has changed to
As in
be
we
still
fired,
trash.
we fired people and then immediately go
But y'all
to
still
the
trash,
playoffs
though.
right after.
Okay, but
You
y'all
keep
went to the
same
playoffs.
people and
Y'all
do
went to the
same thing you
playoffs
did
to
the
go
season
home.
before.
Y'all went to the playoffs just
So-
to go home.
That's our part.
Okay.
Okay. You understand? You're
Y'all went
going.
to the playoffs
You have
to go
actual
home.
sports, a sports opinion and a sports point, and you're fighting it with no sports point. That's not.
The point is the Titans
That's
have
so-
been trash.
That's what I'm saying. You got
The
it.
point is the Titans have been trash for a
Well,
very
well, well,
long
well.
time.
know-
I
you
would
know
like
our
to
sports.
interject
We
because we're
ain't
talking about
the Titans
Julio.
no more, man.
We're talking about
Fuck.
Julio.
We ain't talking
are
about the damn Titans.
I don't care.
no
The
more.
Titans are still
Shit.
trash. The Titans are trash.
What
From
TJ,
a non- from someone who doesn't watch sports.
TJ, what does Julio on the San Francisco 49ers look like?
Man, Julio is staying in Atlanta. We gonna work things out, man.
All right, so we're not getting anywhere with the Julio topic. To news. We're going to go to Ethan with this one. China raised their...
The way he changed the camera to him.
China raised their maximum child restriction limit to 3. So now you can have 3
Ethan, you need
kids.
to speak first. You've had a lot
Bro,
to say.
Fuck y'all. I know damn well I'm not the only person that was not aware that that is something that was still in effect. Okay, I thought that I remember hearing about this as when growing up.
No,
I thought
just
that this was something that happened in
before
the
we
past.
started
They had
recording,
restrictions.
you said I didn't know that was a thing. You never knew from the beginning. From the jump.
Now we can.
From the
Yeah,
hey,
I
Rodney,
say that.
Rodney.
What's up?
Bro, did he not say? Did he not say he didn't know that
I
was a
had
thing?
brought it to Ethan's attention, and he did seem surprised that
He said I didn't know that was a thing. He
I
said
thought that was like you know what I'm saying, like you learn through history and shit like that. They go through Nazis and stuff. I thought that was like a Nazi thing, like that happened, and we stopped that. That's something we frown
nigga,
upon
Nazis
now.
ain't
and it
never
doesn't
been in
happen anymore.
China. When were Nazis in China?
stop, because he's not. No,
Nobody saying
stop. You're not gonna don't do that because he didn't mean Nazis was in China.
Bruh, see, man, let me just.
So okay, listen. So the news is China raises the child limit. Coincidentally, after COVID, I am of the belief that this whole shit came from China.
So they can start having a lot more young
Population control.
Well, no, they were already. Excuse me. Before COVID even happened, they were already talking about changing it because they had the 2-kid minimum, and people wanted to have male kids,
Maximum.
2 kids maximum. My bad, because they wanted to have male kids. So like when women would like have the female kids or whatever, they would give them away, and like now China has like an extremely large male population and the female population is really small. So they can't really reproduce kids. And like a lot of Chinese men are like going to other countries and getting wives in like Africa, Europe, over here, all this stuff so that they can have kids because they don't have
like
any
Asian joints.
They don't. No, like it's a whole lot of Asian
First
and
of
like
all,
Chinese people
hold
in
on,
Africa
because you
right
ain't
now.
finna have me out here fucked up like that. First
Fuck
of all,
with
she
Asian
is
team.
talking about Asian men.
Okay, sorry.
Yes. So back the fuck up.
Okay.
Chinese men from China.
I say coincidentally after COVID because I still am of the belief that they created that shit as population control.
Whew, that was a good yawn.
All right.
Sorry.
So y'all not hopping on that wave?
I mean, I
believe this whole thing. I wish, I'm not gonna say that out loud on the podcast, but kudos for them if they did do it for population control. I believe it should have spread a little bit more here in the United States if that's what they was doing with this virus. We need a little bit more control.
No. Y'all niggas gonna get that shit. Y'all niggas, all three of you niggas. All three of y'all niggas getting it.
That's fine. And if it's my time to go, it's my time to go.
I'm gonna do this pod by myself, goddamn it.
You don't think
you gonna change all the cameras by yourself?
Yep, and I'm gonna be on all of them. I'm gonna keep switching from camera to camera. It's all gonna be me.
Go ahead. Change all the cameras. Now go ahead, go run to the camera. Show us what the shot gonna look like in that.
All you gotta do is point the camera to yourself. See, guys.
Amateur.
All the shots. You're not gonna. Okay.
It's amateur night over here at the Burn One podcast.
Damn, it's amateur night.
No, but we need to go back to how he didn't know.
Oh my god.
When did we learn that?
Like in middle school, elementary school. We were
Because
really
I always
young.
thought it was weird that
Yeah,
China
we were like,
still
dang,
did
you
that.
can only have 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It's been a long time.
Thought that was something that eventually they were like, no, okay, that's kind of fucked up. We probably shouldn't have some kind of a law that does.
But in their defense, I mean, if they like, it's already a lot of them, and if all of them are having like a bunch of kids, like China's fucking pollution is like the worst.
Oh yeah, it's nasty
in the world. Like more people is gonna cause more pollution. Like they lungs is finna be this fucking big.
Their air pollution is the worst. Like they walk around with masks. They've been doing that. You know
like
what I'm saying?
That's normal for them.
Looking like Michael Jackson and shit. Y'all still wear your mask?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yes.
Okay.
I still wear my mask.
Y'all living on the edge.
But I like,
y'all niggas living on the edge.
Why do I still wear my mask? Because I be making faces at y'all. And also, if I wear my mask, don't nobody really be speaking to me. So I've
noticed that people notice me with my mask on. I've had a few people come up to me.
Don't nobody say nothing.
My mask makes me feel like I can't get oxygen as smoothly. You feel me? So it makes me feel like I gotta cough at times, bro. So then that people start looking at me, I'm like, bro, I'm not wearing this, bro.
You an anti-masker?
I mean, I'm not. I never was an anti-masker because I wore my mask through most of this. It's just and now that there's a vaccine and it's.
I mean,
when did you stop wearing it?
Just a
after
couple
the
days
vaccine
ago.
had been out for about at least 2 months.
It's been out for longer than 2 months.
He said, when did he stop?
I stopped wearing mine about a few days ago.
I don't wear mine nowhere.
I be bringing it in just in
if
case.
the vaccine's
if
been
there's
out,
a lot of
why do I need
motherfuckers
to?
wearing that shit, I'll probably throw my shit on. But
Because I mean, the rule is then you.
All y'all that got vaccinated, y'all all gonna be sterile.
But if there's a vaccine, if this was like if it was a situation of there's a vaccine and you have to pay to get the vaccine and certain people
You'll never have to pay to
afford
get the vaccine.
I know, but if that was the case, then I would still wear my mask because obviously if someone can't afford it, that's not their fault. So I'm not going to be an asshole and be like, that's not my fault either. But if there's a free vaccine and you ain't willing to go get it because you worried about this,
So you don't wear your mask because the vaccine is free?
there's a vaccine and it's free. So if you feel threatened by this COVID, you can go get the vaccine, and the vaccine's supposed to keep you protected.
Don't air quote it. But you're saying you don't take it. You don't take it because
Did you get
it's
the air
free.
quotes? Did you get them?
No, you've been on the entire time. You said you're not getting it because it's free.
No, I'm not saying I'm not getting the COVID shot because it's free.
You're not wearing your mask because the shot is free.
No, I'm not wearing my mask because there's a vaccine available and it's free of charge. So if you want it, you can go get it. I mean, yeah, okay, yes, I see what you're saying.
Hey,
It was free, if it was cheap, then it'd be different.
Amateur night, god damn it!
Hey, she told that boy stay the same amount of dumb.
Yep,
it's okay.
Same amount of dumb.
What you say? Sometimes you just gotta let them swim.
You just gotta let it
Say
happen.
the same amount of dumb when the podcast start. And then he tried to change his amount of dumb.
I ain't saying it's purple,
he
but
tried
it's
to
red
switch
and
up his
it's
amount of
blue.
dumb. I know,
Okay.
TJ, I know you heard his dumb ass say he didn't know that was a thing.
He just said, I ain't saying it's purple, but it's red and it's blue.
I hate you.
Okay.
If you can get the vaccine, and they have it available to you, and you're afraid of it, go get the vaccine.
I ain't getting that shit.
I'm not afraid, so I
And
don't
I
feel
ain't
like I
wearing
need to
a
go get the
mask.
vaccine.
I'm not afraid either. I didn't get COVID before I got my vaccine.
So why did you get the vaccine?
Because I have to go around elderly people who are susceptible of COVID. And so as I hang around you niggas every week who have not gotten vaccinated.
My elderly people have already
seen
gotten
my grandparents-
vaccinated.
I've seen
Not
my
all-
grandparents, and they already had COVID too.
But
Before they ever even saw it, they didn't get it from us.
That's fine.
My
just keeping my
elderly,
people
but
safe.
you
my
got
elderly people already got it.
They
Well, what's
didn't
up?
get it.
What's
but
up?
if they got vaccinated, aren't they supposed to be safe?
Mhm.
Okay then.
So then why do I have to be vaccinated?
You don't have to be. It's not the law.
I mean, yes. When I
But
say
we're
that,
talking about you.
Are you talking about why did I get vaccinated?
why is the narrative
what-
I should be vaccinated if everybody else is vaccinated and safe?
I just think none of us know the long-term effects of any of this. So,
Including the vaccine.
Including the vaccine.
exactly, including the actual virus itself. Viruses live long.
All I'm saying is, if I lose any limbs, it'll be because I contracted COVID and they gotta cut something off. It ain't gonna be because I got a vaccine. I'm not gonna let it be nothing that I know for 100% fact is man-made. Still debatable if COVID is man-made or not.
You know what
But
it's not man-made. Coronavirus has been a thing.
yes, but this specific strain.
Yeah. And the
Maybe.
next strain might be man-made.
Yes, it may be. The strain specifically may be man-made. But if I get it, I get it. I don't care. I don't get the flu shot.
You don't get it anymore.
I've never gotten it.
You've never gotten it?
Excuse me.
How
Let me
is
not say I've never gotten it. I have gotten it one time in my life, and I got the flu. And like
never
my
got the
parents, they never.
You've never
made
gotten
us
any
get the flu
shot vaccine, nothing.
I mean, yes,
I get a
I've
second
gotten
shot once every
yes,
10
I've
years.
gotten
He was
vaccinated,
in
Rodney.
college.
I
He
was
had
in
to.
high school with you.
You also were in a dorm, so you had to
get
get some
it from
type of
college,
little.
too.
Yeah, you got to get it to live in a
But
dorm.
there's work around you not getting the vaccine. Like you
If
could,
it's
you
against your
can,
religion and
yeah,
stuff like that, yeah.
yeah.
You're not religious.
I
nigga.
don't know what religion it is, but
don't
that's
even-
what
It goes
I'm
back to
finna
what
be
we
because
highlighted
I ain't
when
getting
BT
it.
was here. Like, how are our bodies going to ever learn to fight some of this off?
I'm gonna be real. When BT said that, I wanted to say that's bullshit. Just because you can say that literally about anything that you've gotten like medicated for or any type of medicine. Period. Why fucking take Advil if your head hurt? Just fight that shit the fuck off yourself. It's the same thing.
That's what I
That's
do,
the
though.
same thing.
But that's
it's
what
the
I do.
same exact concept.
I do fight it off. I don't.
Okay, have fun fighting off your headache. I don't care. But what I'm saying is like
Wow.
I don't.
you don't necessarily
I don't
agree
care.
with that.
I don't care. Fuck you and your headache.
I don't believe headaches and like,
One of them is life threatening. The other one is not. A headache is not life threatening.
It could be.
A migraine, not a headache.
Okay, you take Advil for a migraine. Or if you decide not
I
to
don't
take
get my-
Advil for
I
that
don't get
migraine,
migraines,
you just
so I don't
rock out
care.
with that migraine.
I don't get migraines, so I don't care.
Are you saying your body is now regenerating the cells to fucking beat it? No.
Yes, yes. My body is strong. My body is built Ford tough.
That is not an ad.
No,
Anyway.
it's not. But hey, my parents
Why don't you
built an
agree
ox.
with that, TJ?
because I feel like I don't know what is like the actual cause of a headache. Like I feel like there's an actual cause, like or something like it's not something
I think
you
it's
can track.
pressure. Isn't it like a buildup
Yeah,
of
so
pressure,
like, well, I mean, I know
inflammation, or something like that?
My mom's told me because she's more into like a lot of like this. She's more spiritual. Like what she said. Shout out to all the spiritual people. But she's like, when there's rain, like if there's a storm coming, that pressure that comes in, yeah, it can cause you to have a headache. If you ever pay attention to that, if you get one, if there's a storm coming, that's
It's a lot of different factors as to how you can get a headache. You can get a headache from a lot of different things.
I get
Okay,
a
but
headache
it's not
from
something
talking to
that
some of
can
you
track,
niggas.
though. It's not something
It's
you can
not
track.
something you
Like
can track, like Corona.
yeah, So
You
it's
can
not the
contract
same.
a headache. You look at it. You look at a bitch. Oh, I got a headache like that.
oh, I got a headache.
I'm just saying, your body don't just fight every damn thing that come into it. You sneeze, you cough. You ain't beating everything that got into you.
AIDS.
You're not.
HIV. You not beating that.
Magic. All right, what you mean?
Magic ain't beat it.
Define Magic. He ain't beat it.
He's fighting it still. He's gonna lose eventually. That's gonna be.
I feel like he never had it. I feel like it's a lie.
They said it was a lie because they said he was fucking with underage girls.
Yes, I
and
don't
made him come out and do that.
Don't nobody
even
even
a cure. They just not gonna give it to nobody. They ain't got no magic money.
They said,
bro, Magic didn't have magic money
was
like that.
fucking with underage girls, got an underage girl pregnant, and then they made.
Wasn't it like somebody that was on the team or something? The coach, like a coach or.
No. I think
Magic was fucking everything.
He was fucking everything.
Fucking everything.
Like
he was fucking everything.
Like somebody's daughter or something that like was involved with the organization.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I had seen.
Then you probably
on Twitter. It was on Twitter like a couple of months ago. We talked about it, didn't we?
No, we ain't talked about it on the pod.
I could have sworn we did. I could have sworn we did.
But they say that Magic, that shit was like a hoax, just like the MJ shit is a hoax.
Yeah, I seen like it was something like he had
the retirement shit.
He was messing with underage girls, and one of the underage girls happened to be somebody on the organization's like was related to them somehow, and like they found out about it, and then they told them that like, well, you're gonna have to do A, B, and C. You're gonna have to do this, or it's gonna come out that that's what you did, and you're going to jail. So like it kind of like made him be the face of HIV. And it's like, oh, it's okay.
Magic
you can
Johnson
have HIV and still be okay. It's all right. This guy has it. Your life isn't over. It was like he had to be like the spokesman of it or whatever.
And just to be clear, you can live
allegedly
a decent. You can live a good life with HIV.
Yeah, without taking medication, you can still live a good life for a while, and depending on your diet.
I can't remember what TV show I saw, but yeah, it was something like that. Obviously, it's just a TV show still end of the day, but they had a character who had HIV, and he was like, yeah, I live a very normal life.
You talking about Pose?
Ethan watches Pose?
I do.
Ethan does.
He binge watched that shit. He binge watched it.
Ethan don't even know what Pose is.
He's lying. He's acting the same dumb.
Oh,
like with China shit. I been knew about China.
Oh yeah, I'm well versed in that. Yes, I absolutely did know that.
You mean the new law? No.
Okay. More on the news and you just said Amazon. What happened with Amazon?
Yeah.
So Amazon will no longer be testing their employees for marijuana. Anybody who is not a driver. So if you're not a driver, so if you're like somebody that like picks, you're a manager,
bro, they weren't even
or anything like that.
They
would test you to like work there to get on.
But they're not
but
testing you while you're there.
But like now, all those people who be like, oh, I gotta stop smoking for a couple of weeks so I can apply for this job and then do the drug test and all that or whatever.
When I did Flex, there was a guy inside that he was like, yeah, I got to get a test. Because I remember he asked me for a plug on something. He was like, I got a test next week, so I'm going to get it from you a week after or something like that. And I was like, damn, they be testing y'all like that on the inside. 2-3 weeks later, he was like, man, I just took a drug test today. I think I got popped. I think I'm about to get popped. And I was like, damn, I ain't seen pro after that day.
I'm so happy I never worked at no job that did no stupid nigga shit like that. That's racist as fuck to me.
Yeah.
You know my black ass is smoking weed. It ain't got shit. I smoked weed last night. It ain't got shit to do with today. Racist ass shit.
They're not
but Amazon's not going to be doing it anymore. And I don't know. I feel like they're probably not doing it anymore. I feel like they're going to start venturing. And then also, as a part of that, they're also like backing like the bills and stuff or whatever for the like reform for the marijuana stuff. So like supporting it becoming legal, and also the people who were like charged, like in the places where it's becoming legal, people who like had marijuana charges or whatever, like getting them expunged and all that stuff or whatever. They're like backing that bill or whatever too. So it's not just, we're not testing them. It's also like, hey, we also think that the people who have gotten in trouble for this in the past should get this expunged off their record, because it's becoming decriminalized in a lot of states.
So they just said they think that somebody should do something about it.
basically. And they said, we gonna do something about it. We gonna hire these motherfuckers. Smoke your weed. Just only if you work inside.
Smoke it in the car.
As long as you
work high.
No, they didn't say that.
Come
but
to
as
work
long like as long as you're not one of their drivers, they're not testing you.
Okay.
So,
shout out to Amazon.
Yeah, shout out to Amazon.
And then in other news, not so happy-go-lucky news, a Texas mother accidentally shot her 5-year-old son trying to shoot a dog that it said it was a stray dog. It was not a stray dog. It was their across the street neighbor's dog. So it's not like she's never seen this dog before. She probably just don't like the dog or whatever. But the dog wasn't even like in the video. The dog wasn't even coming towards the family.
Wait, it's a video.
It's a video because like the neighbor. Well, you couldn't see the son get shot. It was a truck in front of where the son was at. Like you couldn't see him. You just hear somebody like scream out, but the dog like shot out the door and was running and was barking and was running after a car that was coming down the road. And like the neighbor had ran out the house. Like the dog wasn't that far away from the neighbor or whatever. And he was trying to get the dog to come back in the house. The mom like screams, pulls out a gun, starts shooting at the dog. Didn't even miss the dog completely. Didn't even hit it at all. Like, cause the dog wasn't that close to them. Like,
so she just
it wasn't.
Her son.
She was shooting at the dog, and the son was probably like you couldn't even see where the son was at, but he was probably like running around or something. And she actually shot her son, and she's also facing charges for it as well.
She should.
Yeah, and so, but her son is currently in stable condition. He was in the hospital. Yeah, he was in stable condition, but you could hear the son like after she shot him. You could hear the son like scream and crying and stuff or whatever. But like, just imagine that's some crazy ass shit. Like you 5 and you got shot by your mama.
That's gonna be a story to tell.
I would never speak to her ever again. Like I would be scared as fuck to be around her.
He's not going to be able to speak to her.
Yeah.
Her ass is in the dirt.
She probably will never be able to have custody of him ever again. But I don't know what the race of the family was. You couldn't really see what they were or anything. So I don't know. She may be able to get custody depending on the race.
Her creed and color.
Yeah. They may forgive her.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
Damn, shout out to that little 5-year-old though.
But yeah. But also that's kind of like a badass story to tell everybody grown up. Yeah, my mama shot me at 5. My mama shot me. I lived. That bitch has bad aim.
I'm not going to your house.
That bitch has bad aim.
I am not going to your house, nigga.
Yeah. Somebody tell a sob story about their life or something. It's like, oh, you think that's bad? My mom shot me when I was 5. Like that's some really crazy shit.
Rodney, you look like you having too much fun back there, being able to just be kicked back. You got the whole mic wherever you want that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. I don't see how y'all don't be chilling back here.
I do.
I know.
I be on my phone.
Goddamn camera be on one motherfucker for 30 minutes.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I did that one time.
Damn, is this the guest pod or my pod? Goddamn.
I did that one time, and that's because they were talking.
Yeah, nah.
Shit on the last episode.
Rodney, fuck you.
Not an episode with BT. I mean, even though BT was talking a lot, even sometimes when me and TJ was something, it still be on BT. But BT was talking a lot. Shout out BT.
BT had a lot of good things.
Who was? Make sure you specify who was behind the scenes.
It was E.
And
Dolan, but I don't never. Well, no, I did ask Dolan. I did ask Dolan to help out.
I mean, there was times where, like me and BT would be having a direct conversation,
and Dolan was over here.
But you still got fingers that work,
right? But if you direct, it's slipping your mind sometimes, man.
So anybody who need their podcast recorded, hit your nigga up, man.
I'd be like, here, I'm about to switch that hoe. I reach back. Which
one?
Which nigga? Mm-hmm. The one that's not on camera.
Okay.
Or TJ. Hit TJ up too. Shit. It ain't nothing but 2 buttons on this thing.
It's 4 buttons.
Yeah, if y'all want some
like extra content, we'll give you the 4 buttons, but we're only rocking on 2 right now.
The Patreon gonna get that camera you was talking about, where we gotta put one on me where I be in the background reacting to games and all kinds of other shit.
We're gonna make Pinky get on one of them cam websites while she on the show.
This man get behind camera and really acts a fool.
Oh, like what's this shit?
Do we got anything else to talk about?
Yes, there is
New music.
There is.
Did you listen to The Voice and the Hero?
LeBron. You have LeBron.
Oh man, we don't
LeBron
care.
and them got put out.
Yeah, LeBron got put out.
I'll let Bron.
Oh, so y'all ain't gonna give him that energy. But
Well,
yes, there is.
There ain't nothing but negative energy.
Ethan,
going
shut
on.
the hell
LeBron
up.
ain't never going back to the finals.
It's negative energy.
Shut the
bro.
hell up.
They gonna
Shut the hell up. We don't want to hear from you no more.
Jesus. Okay. New music. Did y'all listen to The Voice and the Hero yet?
No,
I listened to
I
it,
didn't-
but
It's whatever. It is. It's pretty whatever, right?
I mean, on first listen, but I wouldn't just like. You feel me?
Have you still only listened to J. Cole one time?
I'm looking at this list, and I didn't know any of these people put out new music. I also don't listen to them, so
Who?
the people that you have new music.
Oh.
Where is that
Isaiah
list?
Rashad, Lil Baby, and Dirk.
Oh, okay.
Well, Isaiah Rashad we all thought he was supposed to release today, and that's not happening.
Oh,
Which makes me think Isaiah Rashad,
No, he got a tape coming.
it need to come within the next couple weeks. Are you supposed to drop your single 2 months before you drop your album?
If you're Drake.
I mean, in the old days.
In the
I haven't
old
even
days.
listened to any new music.
I'm going to be real. TDE
Well,
should have just
hold on,
dropped.
wait. There was something new. I wasn't here last week to announce it.
What?
The Twerkulator.
I haven't
time
gone out
for
of
the
my way to
Twerkulator.
listen to that song.
You haven't listened to it? When I do my dance,
You heard it, TJ?
he was twerking.
I was not. I was surfing Instagram stories.
When do y'all think the city girls fall off like Cardi B?
Man, hold on. Speaking of the city girls, did anybody see Diddy post?
Yeah, him and Young Miami holding hands. But also, did you see how Young Miami had her hand like?
Wait, I thought you talking about Young Miami that's
Spread
with
out.
Uzi? I thought she was with Uzi. I mean,
That's JT.
That's JT.
Ah, okay.
Not all black girls look the same. Ethan.
Carisha is with Southside.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yes. She was. It
They're
was.
engaged,
It was
I
probably
believe. They
just
have a
a
baby.
picture.
Yeah.
It was probably
And
just
she
a
was
picture.
holding that nigga hand like that.
I've held niggas' hands.
But
when
you know they
when
say Diddy gay though.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know they had Damn Son.
Hey,
It
they
just-
made that nigga delete his Twitter.
I don't know what he did.
Damn, Franklin Saint.
Hey, he
They
fine.
made that nigga delete his Twitter.
Why?
He fine.
Bro, he didn't even say nothing crazy. He just asked women why they fuck with certain kind of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And then women went crazy on that nigga, and then he deleted his shit. But he brought it back though.
He back up.
But now he was at Diddy house, and the way Diddy was looking at him and that Melvin Gregg dude,
He liked
it was them
niggas.
two. He was looking at him like, ooh.
I've been watching Snowfall.
He was
all
gonna
year.
do that. Hey, hold on.
Hold on, God. They call him Big Dog.
Hey, Rodney.
I'm finna go get
Hey. Oh my God.
Yeah, I gotta turn it up over. Yeah. Yeah.
They call me Big Dog, bitch. Big Dog, ho. Hold on.
It's the sound effects. She went stupid. They put her on the Mount Rushmore of heads.
Hey, they call me Big Dog, bitch. Big Dog, ho. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Hey, yo.
Oh man.
I'm gonna play that for. We gotta play that for Pinky. We gotta play that for Pinky when she get here.
Bro, okay, bro. Okay.
I'm just saying. Do y'all know do y'all even know what questions y'all want to ask her?
So we just gonna give all the shit away for the next episode, huh?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
To be continued.
We have a very famous
TJ,
We have
TJ,
OnlyFans model on the next show.
TJ don't want you to tell his little secret. Are you subscribed to her?
No, not now. I have been.
Oh, we
I
got
had
to
to see what it
talk.
was
No. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about that on the pod. Why you not subscribed no more?
I mean, look, I'm not about to stay subscribed to nobody on OnlyFans.
I feel that. Her shit just not
I
like
might
that.
just. I don't think anybody.
How many subscriptions have you paid for on OnlyFans?
Like three or four.
That's a lot.
Is it really?
Bitches is putting shit out free on Twitter. I know because I unfollow
OnlyFans
them.
also can be like, I mean, we do sports betting and shit like that. You can be OnlyFans and then
But
wouldn't
we know TJ is not getting that shit off OnlyFans.
I mean, I don't subscribe to other shit like that on OnlyFans, but
that's more so a
I know
Patreon
exactly
thing.
what
Yeah,
you
I
were
was talking
talking
about
about.
the. You feel me? I was talking about the.
Ethan trying to give you the benefit of the
Yeah,
doubt.
I
Hell
don't-
no.
Speaking of it, TJ, give me some juice, man. I'm trying to, you feel me?
Pause.
Give me some juice.
In betting, bro. Why that's so goddamn freaky?
I mean, we
man.
just got done talking about head, and you asked that nigga for some juice. Like, what the fuck?
The whole time,
Hold
y'all talking about all of that shit. I'm over here trying to figure out what my next bet finna be.
Yeah,
TJ.
that's cool. That's cool. Look,
Hold
we don't gotta talk about our
They
guests
call
for
him
next
Big
week.
Dog.
We got a guest for next week.
We gotta-
If you know, you know.
If you don't, we'll show you later.
I don't
Man.
know who this person
Shout out
is.
to our guests that were supposed to be on the show today.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm
You said
playing.
shout out to our guests who were supposed to be here today.
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, we fuck with them niggas. All
Yeah,
of
for
us, we
sure.
fuck with
So
them
B
niggas.
Cody and Juan, yeah, they couldn't make it today. We'll get that rescheduled.
So
What is their? They have businesses, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
You shout it out, Ethan. You know.
So, well, yeah, I know. B Cody's got his credit consulting. I think it's
Put the
It's not-
camera
if
on
I'm
him.
not mistaken, it's B Cody Consulting. Let me make sure. But
damn, my right. I'm over here biting on my nail and shit. I'm thinking he got the camera on this.
He literally just started.
let me just.
Oh,
make
my
sure.
laugh
I think it's
ugly
like
as
Cody
fuck.
Consulting or something like that.
Amateur night, man.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm the only
What
one who
have you
hasn't been
said today,
amateur.
TJ? You talking about amateur night? Let's put the camera back on TJ.
What you want me to say?
Yeah,
What have you said?
Cody Consulting.
Hold on, wait, go back, go ahead.
Cody
Look at, make sure you look at your
Brandon
camera.
Cody's is Cody Consulting. It's
Look at your
helping you with
camera.
my camera, got you. Helping with your credit and stuff
And
like
then
that.
he
if I'm
looked
not
back at the
mistaken.
goddamn-
He'll describe his
The
business
mic
better.
can pick it up without you looking that way.
Oh my gosh! All right, fuck with B Cody on the Cody Consulting on Instagram, and then Wanye, I believe he has a clothing brand. Let me see if it's on his.
Decorum. It's Decorum.
All right, if you know it, go ahead and plug him real quick then.
Make sure you look at your camera when you're plugging him.
Yeah, shout out my nigga Wanye and his clothing line, Decorum. DECORUM, I think is how you spell it.
Spelling bee champ.
So. Yeah, you already know. You already know TJ won regions.
But yeah, shout out to them. We'll get them on here eventually. They'll get to talk about their business and stuff like
When the
that.
bet that pod coming back.
God,
Just,
damn.
I mean, look, the only
I
feel
ask
like
you niggas every week because every
It's just
week I ain't
because-
seen a new one come out.
right now, there's no games like,
Like
on a
it's one
consistent
game
bit.
today.
Yeah.
You want me to get on Instagram Live for one game?
Yes.
It's one basketball game today.
I'll tell you what.
That's the only thing
We'll be
niggas
back
is
on
really
Monday.
fucking
We'll
with.
put it like that.
Niggas
We'll be
don't
back
fuck
on
with
Monday
baseball
because
like that.
technically I did bet and I did hit on some stuff today and yesterday.
So is bet that seasonal? I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm just
It's
asking.
not. I'll put
Did
it
you-
like this: if you ain't heard from Bet That and you want to know about Bet That and you want my opinion, I'm taking all first quarter totals over. So
Did y'all bet on the Kentucky Derby?
hell no.
You could have made some money. That's
Ethan
crazy.
has lost every time he bets on anything outside of football and basketball.
Did you just talk about yourself
in third person? Damn sure did.
Okay.
Do it all the time.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
That's crazy.
So is there anything else on the rundown?
What's today's date? June
Third.
4th.
Fourth. That's what I said. Oh, well, so y'all know I be on Clubhouse. Made another Clubhouse trip. Went to Tampa. Met them. They're pretty cool. The one of the guys. So like the main reason I went to Tampa, really one of the only reasons I went, besides meeting the people down there, I offered every male in the room if they got a Brazilian wax I would pay them for getting the wax, and I'd pay for it if they completed it. It was 3 people who agreed to do it. 2 people backed out. There was only one guy left standing.
Before or in the middle of?
What do you mean?
Like they backed out of getting the wax, or they backed out during the wax?
They backed out before getting the wax.
Okay.
It was only one person who stayed consistent. He was like, shit, he gonna do it. And he did it, you guys. And I didn't see any of the results or anything, but I did sit outside. I just told him the only thing I wanted was to sit outside of the room because I was hoping to hear him scream like a little bitch.
Huh?
He came out smiling and shit, happy go lucky. But no, he
see the boys, we up, baby.
So he was reading.
That's some city boy shit.
We might not be up on that.
E. That's all you. Y'all up.
Ethan just admitted he gets Brazilians. But
I ain't never got one. I don't think I would be the one that screams like a little bitch.
But so he didn't scream like a little bitch, but he had
would
found
know, right? Because he didn't got it.
I know I'm
because I got it. Yeah, right.
He found this book.
If I would have did it, if I would have did it
So,
before.
Y'all shut the fuck up so I can get this out. He had found this book that he had ordered off of Amazon a while ago, and it was called A Book of Nigalations.
Okay.
It's just a bunch of quotes. Like I put up one on my Instagram story the other day. It's actually my favorite one is Nigalations 7:10, which reads, I'm a patient nigga, but you keep on fucking with me, you gonna end up as a patient nigga.
Okay.
Niggalation 7:10. I fuck with it.
This is a book?
It's a book of quotes. I actually bought it because that shit is funny as fuck.
That sounds like some shit you buy.
Like we were right. Like he was actually we were on Clubhouse. We were in the back of the club. He was actually reading.
Clubhouse got to sponsor you, cuz.
For real.
For real, because you keeping that bitch alive. I don't know nobody on that.
No, he was reading the quotes, and like the way he was reading them, it sounded like he was like preaching. And this was on like a Saturday, and we was in the back of the club, like just having church, and the nigga was just reading quotes, and and we were like I don't think they heard you. And then he said it again or whatever. Like, you know how black people be doing in church.
Y'all are a fool.
Yeah. We were back there doing that.
Ain't nothing but a bunch of clowns in there.
We were back there doing that for like a good hour, and then I came to pick him up to get his manzillion.
I might get back on Clubhouse.
And then he was in the waxing place. Yeah. He was in the waxing place yelling this shit out, like yelling it, and like he's saying all of this stuff, and you know they got a lot of the quotes have nigga in them, and then he was saying niggalations, and then whatever the thing is, he was yelling it, and this was before she even started touching him, because he said it was going to give him focus, so it would distract him and it would give him the strength to be able to go through it or whatever. And then like at some point, like it was people coming out of their rooms and stuff. It's like, is everything okay? And I was like, don't worry about it. He's just reading from a book to help soothe himself or whatever. And and then the girl who was waxing him, she told him to stop yelling nigga so loud before he get put out and all that. But
as he had his ass in the air to get it fucking waxed.
Yes. And so he played too much because they were in there having like casual conversation or whatever.
It's a new type of nigga.
And then he said he told me, and he later told me he was just playing, but he told me that the girl stuck her finger in his ass and then like looked him directly in the eye. He was like, yeah, she molested me. And this was like after we had a conversation like a couple of weeks ago about him getting, because he said he'd been touched by people that he didn't want to be touched by a couple of times. I was like, why are you so susceptible to being molested?
Is there anything else on the
No, don't cut me off. Don't cut me off, motherfucker.
Is there anything else on the rundown?
But yeah, so that's what happened, and that was the
What's
best.
his name? Put his business out there. You didn't put you put his business out there. Put his
he doesn't care. His name is Matt.
Matt what?
I don't know what his last name is. Actually,
black or white?
I know his whole name. His name is Matthew.
I would hope he's Black.
Sullivan.
That,
He's mixed.
Nigga.
He's mixed.
Oh.
Yeah. But you know, he is. No, but yeah, it was actually really funny. And the funniest part is, so he had on like a long dashiki, and he walked out the house, and it was just like,
his ass
yeah, he just had
waxed.
No, that's just what he wore.
That's what he wears.
Yeah, but like it has like a high cut, so it's like you can still see. I thought this man had on a pair of short blue gym shorts. He forgot to put on pants. But it was like the front of him was covered. So he only just had on his underwear. That was it. When he walked out the house, he had on this long ass dashiki shirt and underwear. That was it. Yeah. He thought he put on.
I don't know this nigga, but I do not like this guy.
No, he's actually really fun. He's funny.
It's cool. That's some stupid ass head ass shit that I could just never rock. Yeah. If TJ was like, oh, as a joke, I'm not going to wear my pants out the crib. Me and TJ not on this pod no more.
It wasn't a joke.
We not on this pod no more.
But it wasn't even as a joke. Like he legit.
So if TJ was like dead ass, I'd be like, you know what, fool? I'll just bring all this shit to your place. And you didn't bother yo.
Like he was really nervous about getting the wax in. Like he wanted to back out. Like I had to nearly drag this motherfucker out the house. He waited until the very last minute to walk out, and then he waited to the very last minute to walk in to the place. Like he sat in the car with the door open, like taking forever to get out for like 5 minutes. It wasn't 5 minutes. It was probably like 1 or 2 minutes. He waited until the exact time.
That nigga sound weird.
He is. I mean, we're all weird back there.
Okay, you're right.
In our defense.
That's some weird ass shit.
But yeah, that was the fun thing I did why I couldn't be on the podcast. Yeah, and then I went and suntanned as well.
You had fun?
I did. I was expecting to burn. I didn't get as dark as I wanted to.
TJ was supposed to be on that trip. You were supposed to go to Tampa, weren't you?
No. He was on the Omaha trip.
With Nebraska's.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all going back?
To Nebraska? Never again. There's nothing in Nebraska.
Ain't there Omaha steaks? Ain't no steak out there?
You can get an Omaha steak outside of Omaha.
All right, you could. I mean, you get an Omaha steak at Walmart.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, I don't plan on going back.
All right, well, y'all can get at the Burn One Podcast, at Burn One Podcast. That's on Instagram and Twitter.
It's the number one because we are the number one podcast in these motherfucking streets.
MeeMee.
You can get at me at Sparkles, that is spelled with 4 E's, 3 S's, and an underscore, on Instagram and on Twitter.
You can get at me at E_Troop10. That's at E_TROUP10.
You can get at me, your boy Too Bleezy, at Agent Ocho 8. That's on Instagram, Twitter, and Apple Connect, where I'll be dropping a playlist off on your head tops and whatnot.
And you can also, what's the email?
Burn One, that's the number one, podcast at gmail.com. Send us whatever.
Thank you. You started your song?
No, not yet. I'll start it whenever.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, it's the Burn One Podcast. We got.
You ready?
Get him, Broadway.
Damn, that shit sound like a band. Sound like whoever shit they did probably working with some grands. If your truck don't ride out and your money don't matter, turn this shit up louder, make them haters matter. You hear me? Damn, that shit sound like a parade. Sound like whoever shit they did, they probably getting paid. If your truck don't ride out and your money don't matter, turn this shit up louder, make them haters matter. You hear me?
Damn, and my trunk go rattle, and I get these hoes attention. Now these hoes they wanna saddle